Definitely. I'll start with some positives. We have a football team that loves to play the game. We have tremendous fight. They've been on a hell of a 5-game run. They embraced the opportunity to play the standard of the conference, and I think at times we played at a high level. But if you want to excel and succeed against the standard of the conference, you have to have optimal decision making. You have to be as close to perfect as possible in the critical situations that we had in the game. We weren't able to do that tonight to capitalize when we needed to. And again, you'll watch the film. There's a lot of plays out there. A few plays that got loose on defense. Got to keep converting third downs on offense. But again, I really like that those guys are disappointed. They know that we were right there at it. And they know that losing is not acceptable. We're here to win. We have winners in that locker room. That's why it hurts, and it should hurt, especially when you're in a game like that. You have your opportunities to win, and you don't get it done. So we're ready to get back to work.
Coach, what's the severity of Jacob's injury, and what exactly is the injury? It looks like
that's a great question. Lower extremity. Have really no idea exactly what that looks like until we can kind of get some testing. But obviously he was on crutches, not able to come back into the game. So we will kind of see where that goes.
Talk about the decision to go with Bailey, quarterback there, and just his performance tonight.
Yeah, Deuce has earned the right to play through practice, and we keep practice competitive. I know it's in the middle of the season, but we watch every single rep as a staff. We evaluate who gives us the best chance to win, and right now that's Deuce Bailey. I was proud of his composure when he came in. The lights weren't too bright. I think we need to do a good job in the following weeks, obviously depending on how Jacob's doing, kind of catering the menu to kind of what he does well and his strengths, and I think he'll continue to get better.
I think you kind of nailed it there. You could see the confidence in him out there. You could see him talking to the staff. Didn't look like he's really flinching at all. And I saw Jacob on the sideline too. He's still in there, still had his head in the game, still coaching it up. Is that kind of just, you talked about the winner's mentality here. Is that sort of a great example of that?
100%. Jacob Clark is as good of a human being as you could possibly ask for. I had no doubt that he would come over to the sideline, start coaching Deuce up, start encouraging his teammates. And again, going back to Deuce, when we recruit here, we want you to be a winner. There is no like, oh, it's okay, we're close to, we almost got them. We're not big on that. We're big on winning games and doing what it takes to put ourselves in a better situation to get it done.
Third down, obviously, you guys are getting stops on them on third down, but it seems like they had success against your offense, Deuce and Jacob. So what were you kind of seeing from them?
Yeah, I think I need to take a second to compliment their team. I mean, they have really high-quality staff. Tyson does a phenomenal job. They showed us some multiple defensive fronts as well as pressures that gave us a little bit of an issue there. That's a high-quality football team. They've gone to 7 bowl games or whatever it is in a row and won a bunch of them for a reason. And they're well coached. They have good players, and they make plays. Obviously, when Jacob went down, we needed our offense to take a little bit of a deep breath and try to get a few more conversions than we did, but we'll continue to work on it.
You're just trying to simplify things, trying to get him worked in the offense. And with Jacob, you probably have a little more freedom to Deuce, where you kind of make it a little more simple for the freshman.
Yeah, Deuce is like 17 or 18 years old, so we're definitely going to have to shorten the menu. But he's intelligent. And the one thing you saw about him is he loves to compete. His teammates believe in him. And you're about to talk to some guys coming up here in just a second that have no doubt where this program and where we're going the rest of the year.
You think defensively they give you a shot to win? It seems like they got a lot of stops tonight. Do you think they did enough to give you a chance to win?
I'm going to have to try to hear that again. Did we do?
Yeah, the defense. Do you think they played a pretty good game to kind of put you in a position to win?
Yeah, I think we were solid for the most of the game. I think we did a good job getting off the field on third downs, like we kind of talked about in the beginning of the week. That was one of the things we needed to do to get the ball back to our offense, and they're an explosive offense. I was proud of the way our defense flew to the ball. Pretty efficient tackling. Had a few loose plays here and there. Some of the big runs, a few big passes. But overall, I thought we had a solid night. But when you talk about pinpointing places on did we do enough to win, this is the greatest team game there is. Offense, defense, special teams, everywhere on the film there were places that we could have helped us win. So we'll wrap our arms around each other and continue to get better in those situations.
And just for you personally, playing, I know you want to win this game really bad, but playing Western Kentucky, what was that like for you just personally, just in the reality of it, playing against them?
Yeah, it was a pretty surreal moment. Had a bunch of family and friends in town on both sides. And I think one of the reasons that our team loves to compete is because I love to compete. You know, we can all be friends outside of those lines. I'm okay with that. We can hug. We can say, you know, we're good buddies and stuff. We're going out to win the football game. Make no mistake about that. We wanted to win every phase. We wanted to do the things we needed to do to prepare. But it was definitely quite the moment to kind of, you know, have it all come full circle for us. And again, obviously, would have loved to have won the game.
Just turning back to Jacob, I mean, do you feel confident he can be back by relatively soon, or just on what you see in just using your eyeballs, what can you tell?
Yeah, I am a professional football coach. I have no idea what the medical kind of looks like. I know that's kind of a cheap answer, but that's the best answer I can give you. You know, I think he was on crutches, lower extremity. I really am not sure kind of from there.
On that play you got hurt, obviously you guys were pretty fired up on the sideline. Looked like you were asking for targeting. That could have kind of changed the momentum there too, because you have a minute left in that half. You have to settle for the field goal because he doesn't get there. What kind of were you talking to the ref about, and what they have to say about that?
Yeah, I think I made myself. I made it pretty well known how I felt that the play should have been officiated. Again, I'm not an official, and we have to do things within the game that don't put the game in the referee's hands. They're human. Whether that was a right or wrong call, again, I'm not paid to make those decisions. But you could tell, obviously, from my reaction what I thought. So, again, don't ever let football games go to a decision from a referee. Do things within the game that puts you in a position to where it's not close enough.
Is that kind of the same message for the two long runs that got wiped off the board too? Just kind of try and remove any type of doubt there and let your guys handle it on the field?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I talked about kind of in my opening about when you want to be elite and you want to be in that threshold of high caliber football teams, you have to have the mental toughness to understand to do exactly what your role is and do it within the rules and not get penalties. That's a critical part of kind of the building process.
And then you get, I think, 8 and 9, you and them. Is that kind of like scrappiness of a potential rivalry you see growing up?
8 and 9.
Penalties.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like flags were kind of flying all over.
Yeah, flags are all over the place. Both sides. I mean, I can't speak for their team. We need to clean up our flags. What I can control is our football team, and again, how they deal with that is how they deal with it. But we'll continue to get better. We'll continue to focus on those things. Playing clean, good, high-quality football is what the Bears are about, and that's what we're going to do.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.